Welcome to our weekly power session. Today we have Laura, who is a Chief Twin Wrangler, worksheet creator, and blogger at Badass Business Mums. Laura helps mums start and grow their blogs and businesses. She aims to provide actionable and to-the-point advice, lots of worksheets and printables that help mums understand the business fundamentals. So today, Laura is going to be going through with us some top tips on Pinterest, and then we've got a great Pinterest challenge for you. So welcome, Laura.
I'm so pleased to be here and talk to you about Pinterest. It is one of my absolute favorite social media. Well, this is what I will tell you about. It's not really social media, it's a search engine. And that's what you've got to remember about it. Is the most important thing to remember is it's search. It's not about being social. Mm-hmm. So before you even start on it, you need to know what you want to be teaching your readers about, your readers, shoppers, whatever it is you do. So you need to know what keywords you want to use. You want to know what your blog subject is. Yeah. And then when you set up your account, you need to be using those keywords. Yeah. So for instance, with mine, my username is the Badass Business Mum, and then I put after it, for bloggers and new business owners. Mm-hmm. So if anybody's searching for blogging advice, then I should come up.
Okay, good. So it's just attaching tags.
Say again?
Is it like attaching tags? Just search tags?
Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah. So you get to write your Pinterest board descriptions. And your actual titles. So again, I'd use words like blogging, small business in my board titles and in my board descriptions. And then you try, when you actually organize your pins, when you write your descriptions for your pins, you include those words in it as well. So that's something that's really, really important to remember. Yeah.
Right. Great. Fantastic.
The other tip, you'll probably know this already, but just in case you don't, it's all about pictures as well, and it's about vertical pictures. The way the Pinterest feed works, you've got your vertical pictures take up more space. So mm-hmm. Vertical pictures are the way to go. Put text on them. If you're a blogger, put your headlines on them. The same as when you're writing a blog post, it's your headline that catches people's attention. Use that headline in your blog title images that then go on Pinterest, so get people to click, and obviously you click then goes through, gets your site traffic and that, so that's important as well. What else have I got on there? Other important tip, before you even start, when you set up your account, make sure you've got a business account.
Okay.
Because you need to have a business account to get your Pinterest analytics. Your analytics are quite good with Pinterest. They'll show you the interests of your audience and that sort of thing. Who's clicking, what pins, who it was that pinned the pins in the first place. You were a blogger. The pins on Pinterest that get most of my site traffic are actually pinned by other people, not me. So it's like you need to get people to repin stuff, and that works. It's not just all about you, it's about encouraging people to pin stuff too. So anyway, business accounts. You can convert a personal account. So if you're on there just for personal, you can convert a personal account if you wanted to. Or you could just set up a business account from the get-go, whatever.
Yeah. Fantastic. That's great. So with the business account and the analytics, so just to break it down a little bit, so will that show you, say for instance, obviously the reach of your posts, who's repinning your posts, what's your growth like? I mean, I suppose what are we going to do with these analytics? Is this going to show us kind of which direction we should be? I suppose what posts are actually being shared the most, so we can actually post more of that sort of content. Okay, great.
Yeah, basically, yeah. The same as with any analytics, but it shows you what's popular. But it also might be, it's a useful way you can try different testing, perhaps try a different image or a different way of putting your text or something like that, and see what your readers like, what sort of stands out and attracts attention in in the smart feed. It's useful for you. Yeah, so you can see where things are getting pinned to, which pins people are clicking through, which ones people are repinning.
Yeah.
And then say again about your audience as well.
Okay, great. Fantastic.
The other thing, Pinterest is mobile. It's all about mobiles. 75% of people that go to Pinterest do Pinterest from the app. They do it on their mobile phones or from a tablet or whatever, not from desktop. So one thing as well, if you really want to make Pinterest one of your traffic drivers, is to make sure your actual blog, website, shop is optimized for mobile.
Okay.
Because if they're on a mobile phone and click through to your website and it's not optimized for mobile, then you're like, can't read that. They're not going to look again, you know?
Yeah, fantastic.
So that's like sort of another top tip. People don't tend to mention that an awful lot, but I think that's really important because it has got such a lot of mobile traffic.
Yeah.
To make sure that I think all blogs should be mobile optimized anyway, but I know they're not all, so it's definitely something if you want to make Pinterest important to your traffic, then so I think that you need to definitely look into. The other thing, going back to the business accounts, you need a business account if you want rich pins. Rich pins add extra information to the pins that show up in the smart feed. And also what's really clever, if you've got rich pins on a mobile device, when you look, like for instance, I have on mine, when you look at one of my pins, a little pop-up comes along at the bottom with a little follow button. So if you looked at one of my pins, it says, woo, follow this person. Which is great. It's definitely increased my followers since they introduced that little thing. So even just for that. Product pins, it's really useful for if you've got a shop and you update prices, the prices automatically update on your pins as well.
That's great.
So that sort of stuff. There's different types. There's video ones, recipes. If you've got recipe ones, they sort of show a little bit of the recipe or something like that on them. So you need to verify your site with Pinterest. There is specific instructions on the Pinterest help section on their site. I mean, I've got Squarespace. I don't know about WordPress, but I know it can be done. Squarespace is dead easy. You just connect your Pinterest account and it's done. It's all just does it for you. But yeah, WordPress, I think you've got to add a little bit of HTML, but it's
it's not too difficult.
Definitely do that, and then you get your rich pins. I definitely recommend you do that. And then that gets all of your analytic information as well through. What else was I going to say? Images. Going back to the images. Use your branding on your images. So when people see the pins that are yours, they say, oh, look, it's one of Claire's pins. It's a Motivated Mummy pin, because they recognize that it's, your brand, your name. Put your website name on it. Use your fonts, use your colors, choose a recognizable image style that you always use, so people know it's you. And then even if anybody then does anything terrible and steals your pin, occasionally you do get ones, people will steal the images and then link it through to a spam site or something. So at least then you've still got your name on it, so somebody can actually check you out, or even, occasionally if they're nice, they let you know that your image has been used, which you can then report it to Pinterest. So that's cool too. But yeah, so claim your images as yours. Make sure it's recognizable that they're yours.
Good. Sure. Would you say for Badass Business Mums, would you say most of your traffic comes through from Pinterest?
At the moment it's my second biggest referrer.
Fantastic. That's really good to know.
It's behind Facebook.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Facebook's my biggest one at the moment, but I like Pinterest because there's a bit less. You can automate it more than Facebook. A lot of my Facebook traffic is from groups, so you still have. I love groups. Groups are great. I love Facebook groups, but you have to get on and you have to interact and you have to share your posts. Whereas Pinterest, you can set it all up with a scheduler. And it automatically loops your pins out, and it's not quite so much manual effort involved. And and I just love Pinterest personally anyway, so it suits me to use it.
Yeah, no, fantastic. I know quite a few bloggers that have, built very big businesses just using Pinterest. Which is fantastic. So that's really good to know,
yeah.
especially for the bloggers in the community at the moment. And it's not just for bloggers, obviously. It's, like as you mentioned, product services, but it's definitely a tool that's continuing to grow, which is fantastic, and a really good knowledge share. All right, that's not a problem. Is there any kind of last kind of top tip on Pinterest, or out of the tips that you've given us today, the most important, if you have to concentrate on one to get right first, what would that be?
To get right first, your images. Get your images right first, I would say, definitely. Yeah, get your Pinterest images right, get your branding right, and then, lay claim to your brand on Pinterest. Because you can change the other stuff, the profile stuff, your descriptions, you can update that. It's little tiny things you do go along. But you don't want to suddenly decide you've got to go back through 50 blog posts and change all your title images. So I would say do that first.
Fair enough.
Definitely. Images right first,
That's fantastic. That's brilliant. Well, thank you so much for being with us today and taking the time. It's your evening, my early morning. And
yes, I know.
and obviously for all the mums in the community, Laura's got a great Pinterest group project, which is a challenge that's going on at the moment. So there will be a link below this video, and we look forward to seeing you in the community.
Yeah, definitely. And also as well, I'll do you a little PDF of notes from what I was going to talk about today, because I've got honestly lists of information I want to tell you. So I'll do a little PDF that I'll give that to you, Claire, and you can link that on your blog post as well. Fantastic. And the guys download that to you just for free. It's nothing required from you.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much for that. And I'm sure you'll be getting lots of questions from the community about Pinterest.
That's fine. Always happy to answer questions. That's fine.
That's brilliant. Brilliant. Well, you have a wonderful week and weekend.
Yes, and you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Laura.